video, we're going to talk about comparison problem types. Just like their name suggests, comparison problem types compare to quantities. Each of the bars in a comparison word problem represents a group or a quantity of an object. For example, in this first example, the 15 represents the number of dogs, and the 10 represents the number of cats. And so my word problem is going to compare the number of dogs and cats. So I might say that there are 15 dogs and there are 10 cats. How many more dogs than cats? Okay. I'm going to use that same bar model to show you a comparison using pennies and nickels. I could say that there are 15 pennies and 10 nickels. And I could actually say how many less nickels are there than pennies, okay? Those are still a comparison difference unknown problem type, but I could use the word less and say how many less nickels are there than pennies. Or I could use the word more and say how many more pennies are there than nickels. Both of those, by the way, have the exact same answer. It's just a change in the wording. I could also say that there are 15 bananas and 10 apples. How many more bananas than apples? Now remember, I can be comparing two different sets of objects, or I might be actually comparing the measurement of an object. So I might be saying Stuffy and Figgy are my kids' miniature horses. So I could be saying Stuffy is 15 hands tall. That's a measurement. And Figgy is 10 hands tall. How much taller is Stuffy than Figgy? Or I could say it in reverse. Stuffy is 15 hands tall, Figgy is 10 hands tall. How much shorter is Figgy than Stuffy? Okay, this time I'm talking about the quantity, I'm sorry, not the quantity, but the height of Stuffy and Figgy. I could do the same with dogs and cats. I could say that my dog is 10 inches long and my dog is 15 inches long and my cat is 10 inches long. How much longer is a dog than a cat? Okay. Notice in each of these, I'm comparing quantities. You learned earlier this week that there are 3 types of comparison problems. We were just looking at a difference unknown problem type. Also realize that there are 2 other problem types. In the smaller quantity unknown, just like the title suggests, is the smaller quantity that we don't know. So for example, if we were going back to our dogs and cats problem, this would be dogs in the top bar and cats in the bottom. So there'd be 15 dogs, but I don't know how many cats, but I know that there's 5 more dogs than cats. In the one that's showing, it's saying that there are 15 bunnies hopping in the grass. I don't know how many bunnies are resting in the shade, but I know that there are 5 more in the grass than in the shade. So I've got to figure out how many bunnies are in the shade. And this last problem is the larger quantity unknown. So I don't know how many are are hopping in the grass, but I do know that 10 bunnies are resting in the shade. And I know that 5 more bunnies are in the grass than in the shade. So I'm asking how many are in the grass, okay? Hopefully this quick video helps you review these comparison problem types. Remember, you have to have two distinct quantities or two distinct, you might think of it as categories, and you might actually be talking about a measurement, like something's height or weight or length or capacity, but you have to compare those two. Okay, this is different than part, whole, because part, whole means I know 2 parts, but I don't know how many altogether, okay? Or maybe I know how many altogether, but I don't know the 2 parts. This comparison problem type compares to quantities. Hope this quick video helps you.